much money have you saved from not buying alcohol? How much? Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining in. And of course, if you are new here, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Ntabi. So you can find me on Instagram as Real Talk with Ntabi. You'll find out more about me. But anyway, today we're having a different conversation. But of course, if you are not subscribed yet, please make sure that you click on the subscribe button. And of course, if you are returning and watching these videos again, but you haven't subscribed, like, come on, click on that subscribe button because clearly you are enjoying this content. All right, so we're speaking alcohol today. Alcoholism. All right. Before we go any further, do you have my answer? Because I asked the question, how much money have you saved from not buying alcohol? Because I mean, it's been what? Over 69 to be exact, if I'm not mistaken. 69 days without being permitted to buy alcohol. So of course, if you're watching this and you don't drink alcohol, don't worry. We are not actually somehow promoting alcohol, but we are engaging on, this topic. Because hey, think about it. It's either, if you don't drink, there's someone that you know who drinks alcohol. There's someone in your family, there's a friend of yours who drinks alcohol. So one way or the other, you are affected. If you are a South African, hi, Bona, So yeah, and so, I'm not trying to get out of context because you're probably wondering, Ntabi, alcohol, okay, you normally talk about empowerment, transformation, business, design, and all that. Hey guys, remember, in this channel we just engage about real life issues, things that are happening. So without a waste of time, there's a lot of money that you can save from alcohol. But so guys, is it just me or a lot of people are really not comfortable talking about alcohol? Well, I'm saying this because, talking about it, So I actually talked about it yesterday on my socials. So what I did, I kind of posed the question, and my question was, how do you feel for not taking alcohol for such a long period of time? And how has that affected you? And also asked, what is your favorite drink? And if it happens that alcohol gets burned in South Africa, are you gonna cope? Are you gonna be okay with it? Since now people were allowed to buy alcohol, are you able to, do you feel like you don't really need it anymore? You feel like maybe you are okay, you can quit alcohol? So I was asking those couple of questions, and on Instagram, not even a single person responded. That's weird. That was weird. But anyway, so on my Facebook, a couple of people did respond about how they felt and all that. So these chips are nice, guys. Lime and chutney. They're amazing. So I just had to put them aside so that I can talk to you. Then step because I've been holding the bowl like that. So I engaged with those people and just try to find out, how they feel about all of this. And only a few people responded. And somehow I felt like, the topic of alcohol is something that people don't really want to engage on. But the truth is, a lot of people drink alcohol. A lot of people love alcohol. You look at what happened at Macro on the 1st when doors were open to buy alcohol. People were outside singing, guys, singing. They were celebrating because, they were happy. And, there's so many feeling about alcohol, because a lot of people feel like, it helps them de-stress, it helps them, relax after a long day at work, after going through a hectic week, or just relaxing. And there was something interesting. This other one who said, you know what, um I drink responsibly, but the fact that there was no alcohol in my house, I felt like that wasn't so cool. So I can have alcohol in my house and not consume it, but knowing that it's there, it's just cool, so that whenever I want to have something, I go into the fridge and have it. So I think that was an interesting fact. But what I liked about these people was that obviously they drink responsibly and all that. And there's this other lady as well who commented, and she was like, you know what, I can't live without my alcohol, I need my alcohol. So in my mind I was like, yo girl. So when I asked the question, what if it gets burned, what's gonna happen? And she's like, yo Lebo, Lebo is my other name, guys. So she was like, "Hi, Lebu." No, 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 that wouldn't be so cool. So yeah, guys, it's one of those things. There's a lot of views on alcohol, and then there's someone who also shared an interesting fact that, you know what, alcohol should be sold to people that are responsible. And my question was, how do you know if a person is responsible? And how do you know if this person consume alcohol responsibly? Because I mean, if we walk into a store, liquor store, both of us are sober, we go in there to buy alcohol, how will you read who is actually responsible and who's not, who's abusing alcohol and who's not? That is another question that you have to ask yourself. Like, how do you differentiate? And then another interesting fact, he was like, you know what, the way things are going, I think what should be done is for people to actually have like to be validated to buy alcohol. So meaning, let's say for example, the police happen to find you with alcohol, or find you, somewhere in the middle of the road drunk and all that. They take your details and everything, and you will be burned from not buying alcohol. And I got that. I was like, okay, that's an interesting fact. But the true reality is, if you are a bit irresponsible and I am your friend and we are friends, you'll say, Chomi, I'll tell like a 16 mo, buy me 6 of something, something, or a bottle of something. And yeah, because I'm your friend, what am I going to do? I'm going to buy for you and then do that. So we are friends. We are chilling together. I'm drinking, and then you're not drinking, like, So it's really a tricky one and all that. It's an interesting fact, but again, a tricky one, because it could be a bit confusing. So anyway, my point for this conversation is that, you know what, there are so many things about alcohol and so many views that people have on alcohol. And the fact that alcohol is associated with, so the fact that some people associate alcohol as something as like bad, something that could be harmful to the society. I can make a few examples. Like, if you abuse alcohol, there can be a lot of cases. I mean, we watch the news, we see all the videos that are shared on social media. We see everything on TV. When people abuse alcohol, sometimes it can affect other people. They either get involved into accidents, some get to abuse others, some families get to be destroyed because of alcohol abuse. That could actually be a very important fact that we need to look into. And also the fact that it's Youth Month, guys. We know that young people are exposed to alcohol, and as an inspiration to young people, and a person who works with a lot of young people in terms of motivation and inspiration, and going around schools, motivating, inspiring them, we realize a lot of things that a lot of young people abuse alcohol. They drink alcohol. And I mean, I'll make an example, especially when the like it's festive, every festive, I know festive, it's a bit far, but it's I think it's a good example. When young people go out to celebrate, looking all great, looking all good, and the next thing in the morning you see a picture of that person looking all messy and all that because of alcohol. So it somehow changes a person's behavior. But again, there are people that actually take alcohol responsibly and they'll still maintain their dignity even when they're drinking. So it's actually a lot of different ways to look at it. Is alcohol good for you? Well, there are a lot of cases of alcohol not being good for you in terms of your health. Is it good for me? Well, I personally think it's not great for me, though I occasionally drink because of the calories that are in alcohol. And I must say, throughout all this time not drinking, it was great because you get to focus on eating right and all that. So it has a lot of calories that can actually cause you to gain weight and all that. And of course, other people get sick from alcohol and all that. And of course, there is a good side of alcohol. Like it or not, alcohol makes people happy. Alcohol makes people happy. Like, you'll make an example. Think about a family gathering where your uncles and your aunts are joining together. They, people drinking, laughing, and it's all fun and great. It has a way of making people happy and, bringing that joy in the family or around people. And of course, it has that thing. There's something that it does, but obviously there are a lot of side effects about alcohol. Like, for example, you wake up having a hangover, you wake up with a headache and all that. So there's quite a lot of things about alcohol, And of course, there's the sad part about alcohol is when now, lives are lost and, people's dignities are destroyed and people find themselves doing things that they never thought they would do. Like, some people find themselves waking up next to a man and they wonder, they are naked, what happened? Like, what? And then the next thing you look around, there's no condom. And then you wonder, what happened? Did he really sleep with me? All of those things. And also with alcohol, especially with young people, I'm talking to you. When you go out and go to clubs and all that, that, there are those things, or there are those people that will spike your drink, put something in your drink that will actually make you pass out. That's why sometimes you find yourself in a place where you don't know what was happening. So there's a lot of effects around alcohol. But my whole objective of sharing this was the fact that there is the good and the bad about alcohol. And like it or not, there are people that drink alcohol. And of course, I'm not going to stand here and say do not drink alcohol because it's not good for you. Do drink alcohol because it's good for you, blah blah. No, I'm not going to do that. So I'm just engaging you on the fact that what, there is a good thing that happened out of all of this, and it's the fact that alcohol actually takes out a lot of money, and alcohol is expensive. As much as you can have money on the side that you can spare and or maybe save up for your entertainment and all that, but it takes out a lot of money. So you can imagine the money that you have probably saved from not buying alcohol, especially now that you are on lockdown. Some people either lost their jobs, some people had to somehow downgrade on a lot of things, and surprising enough, a lot of people were buying alcohol, but a lot of people didn't have food. So there's quite a lot of things about this. So the good side about this is that you get to realize that if you invest so much in entertainment and buying so much expensive alcohol, and you can imagine that that money can actually go into something that can be helpful, or to a savings account maybe. So that's the good side of it. And the bad side of it is that, okay, other people feel like they cannot live without alcohol because it helps them, you know, release the stress or the tension in their minds or whatever, or, you know, somehow run away from their problems by drinking alcohol. But the true reality is, darling, you can't run away from your problems. If you've been using alcohol as a way to, you know, solve your problem or run away from something that has been affecting you, alcohol is not a solution, because you're going to drink it. Yes, it's going to be great for that moment, but the next day you're going to have a hangover, and after the hangover is done, you back to the same, you know, problem. You still have that problem. It doesn't go anywhere. So let's somehow relook at how we consume alcohol, and why, like how we, let's not depend on alcohol. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Let's not depend and feel like it can be a solution. So it can be a temporary solution, yes, but it will not actually help you solve whatever problem that you have. It will help, you know, help you forget for that moment, because you'll feel that, you know, dizzy feeling or whatever. I don't know how you explain the feeling of being a bit tipsy. I don't know in your words or what it does to you. But yeah, reality is, whatever problem you have, you will have to face it one way or the other. And of course, the fact that it brings people together, and it's great. It's great. You know what? There's nothing wrong, but just be responsible. All right? Just be responsible. And yeah, I guess that's what I gotta say. Do I drink? I drink occasionally. But I have a feeling that one day I'll stop drinking alcohol, because whether I drink or I don't drink, it doesn't matter to me. Like the fact that there was no alcohol for like a couple of months, it didn't bother me at all. Like, it did not. Even if they can say like they're gonna close, people cannot buy alcohol now, whatever, I'm okay. So I'm that kind of person. So some people cannot live without their alcohol. So there's a different story. There are other people that cannot. But I guess it's all about being responsible and doing the best that you can to being, yeah, to being good and responsible, you know. And yeah, I think that's what I just wanted to share. So I just wanted to give you feedback on the engagement that I had, and just out of curiosity engage about, you know, how people are so in love with alcohol and how they are coping. So with that said, tell me what's been happening. How do you feel about alcohol? Would you be okay if it gets burned? Would you be okay if you don't have to consume it ever again? I would be okay, because it will help me with my body, because hey, I've been working out and my body is coming out nice and all right. So the calories in alcohol, the sugar in alcohol, because I'm that girl who likes the sweet things on alcohol, like your ciders and all that. And we know what ciders do, right? So yeah, well, that's about it. So tell me what you think. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, engage. Tell me. Let's talk, guys. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. It was great spending some time with you. So yeah, share this video, and yeah, comment, guys. Let's engage. Like, engage with me. So yeah, but anyway, I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your subscriptions, and of course, get other people coming and subscribing. Tell them more about my content, because you've seen my content, right? So if you are new, check out some of the videos. All right, thank you so much. Until the next video, adios. Guys, these rice chips are going down.